If you're a competitive player that likes first-person shooters like Valorant or CSGO, then no doubt in the past few years, if you're shopping for a monitor, you would have heard of the brand BenQ Zowie. Not too long ago, we reviewed the BenQ Zowie XL2746K, which is an updated model of their previous XL2546, and it is a 240Hz refresh rate, a TN panel monitor that is regarded by a lot of pro players as the best option for first-person shooters. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit tired of hearing myself talk about a monitor that I have less experience in, since I'm more of a bangsawan AAA title player. Which is why today when BenQ Zowie asked me to check out its bigger brother, the XL2746K, I decided to bring in somebody with a longer career as an esports athlete and also a competitive player, and his name is Fayde, which I'm going to cross Fayde too now.
Hey guys, it's Fayde here. I'm formerly the team captain of DyAc CSGO and also the coach of Team SMG Valorant. I started competing in the FPS scene since 2015, and I actually played in tournaments such as WASGC and actually placed 4th.
By the way, stop asking us if we are brothers. Just because we're both China and we're both handsome doesn't mean that we came from the same mother. But it could be true, that one I don't know, I have to ask my mother. Anyways, continue.
I've previously used the smaller and older version of this monitor, but today let's go and check it out. What does this new one have to offer? When you hear about the BenQ Zowie monitors, the first game genre that comes on mind is the FPS game titles. Actually, 80% of the professional CSGO players uses a BenQ Zowie monitor, and while in Valorant, actually more than 50% of them are already using it, including 10s. Global esports tournaments such as the CSGO Major, which is the recent PGL Stockholm 2021, actually uses BenQ Zowie monitor too. But let's talk about why you should really be interested in this monitor. So, BenQ has this function called Dynamic Accuracy Plus, which is also known as DyAc Plus, which is a blur reduction technology by BenQ Zowie, which I find it very useful and far greater than many other brands out there. And if you've previously had bad experience with other brands' motion blur reduction technology, it's fine, because most of the gaming monitor out there in the market right now don't really do well when it comes to motion blur reduction. It's either they make your image looks weird, or you actually get screen tearing for turning the function on. So let's go and check it out. What can DyAc Plus offer in Valorant?
As you can see, when I turn off DyAc Plus, when I move quickly from left to right, you can see that the enemies will leave a ghosting trail on their previous position. When I turn on DyAc Plus, this after image of the enemy has disappeared and the enemies no longer leave the ghosting trail. So with these two images side by side, with DyAc Plus, the motion blur reduction is more superior.
So you're probably wondering if 240Hz refresh rate is necessary for FPS players. So let's put it this way. If you're playing on 60Hz, it's like watching a video on 24fps, which you will see some jitter here and there. While playing on 144Hz is like watching a video at 30fps. It's slightly smoother, but you can still see some lag in between. While playing on 240Hz is like watching a video on 60fps, which is buttery smooth. If you are a competitive person that plays at a higher level, the difference between 144Hz and 240Hz is actually pretty significant, because every millisecond matters when it comes to higher level games. It's either you pop their head first or they pop your head first. So you pretty much want every advantage possible to outshine your opponent in games.
So let's take a look at the design of XL2746K that helped many people, including me, to memorize the preferred tilt and height adjustment of the monitor. The markings on the side of the stand helps you get the exact same settings and position every single time. In my opinion, this is a very good quality of life feature that many other gaming monitors lack. You really want as little variant as possible when you use the monitor, so with this, you can always go back to your comfortable settings and also the preferred way of using the monitor. The tilt and swivel on this monitor is very sturdy and solid. It gives you a pretty premium feeling when you're doing the adjustments. I personally tilt my monitor base so that I can place my arm more on the table for better comfort while using the keyboard for long hours. I'm sure some of you out there can relate to this typical gaming posture where you push the keyboard like this, so I can't be the only one that tilts my keyboard, right? These two wings you see at the side of the monitors are called shield. The main purpose of having these two black shields is to block any external light that comes behind the monitor. This is mainly designed for competitive usage, but if you're a PC user that sets up your PC in front of a window, and sometimes like during daytime, when the light shines into your room and makes it difficult for you to look at the monitor clearly because of the brightness, that's when these two wings will come in handy and it will help you look at your monitor with ease. If you don't want to use this wing, it's fine, because the installing and removal process of these shields are very simple. You simply just have to tuck it in or put it off like this. Pretty good upgrade over the older XL models. You actually had to use screwdrivers to install and remove these wings in the older models.
There's two more functions that I like about this monitor, which is the black equalizer and also the color vibrance function. Black equalizer is a proprietary BenQ Zowie technology that is used in all their gaming monitors. So what is black equalizer? Black equalizer is a technology that brightens the gamer's darker areas, but without overexposing the brighter areas. I personally use this function to spot the enemies quicker in the darker areas. So the second function is color vibrant. So for color vibrant, you actually tune the monitor color to make it more vibrant, so you can actually tell the difference between the enemy and also the background. By having sharper color in your monitor, now you can spot the enemy easily as they don't blend into the background during the game.
This monitor also comes with a wired controller called the S switch. It makes it easier for you to navigate through the monitor settings menu. This red color scroll wheel at the center works as a directional controller. You can actually scroll up and down, or also left and right to navigate through the settings menu. You can customize and save 3 different monitor settings preset onto this controller by simply tweaking the monitor to the settings you prefer and hold it down for 3 seconds. And the monitor preset will be saved just like this. And when you want to switch around different monitor profile settings, you can just click on them to switch instantly. No more navigating through the entire menu to switch your settings back and forth when you're using the monitor for different purposes. The newer monitor models of the BenQ Zowie XL series has this new feature called XL Settings to Share. This is a newly implemented software by BenQ Zowie. It allows you to share your settings with your friends. If they use the same or compatible models that supports this software, you can just save your settings through this software and send them the settings file and have them load it back in the software. The monitor will automatically pick up all the settings and it's done. It's that simple. No more spending 10 minutes copying your own settings at a tournament or bringing your S switch to the tournament like in the past. So yeah, another QoL upgrade from BenQ Zowie. So here's my settings if you're interested. The download link is in the description.
So that's all I have to say about this XL2746K monitor. Overall, I think the improvements made for this generation is kind of good compared to the previous one. And I actually like how they actually gave us the 27-inch option this time. So, you know, like how gamers usually put the monitor very close to their face and all because the monitor is not that big. Now, with 27-inch, you no longer have to sit so close to the monitor. So yeah, I think this is pretty good for me. Good for my eyesight as well. So thank you Moha for having me here today. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share, and also drop a comment down below in the comment section so I can read it later. Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.